Yeah, thank you for having me. Actually, this is a bit of a very unpleasant development that we have witnessed over the last 2-3 days. It is understandable that a promising young leadership that has been emerging after the 5th August changeover, that people were appreciative of new leadership and were looking forward to see their potentials. But one of them, who is one of the most promising one, Mr. Usman Hadi, the way he was shot at and he ultimately died after suffering for a week. He was taken, as we know, to the Singapore for better treatment, but still he could not survive the wound that the bullet hit on his head. So, but taking that as an excuse, I mean, some fringe elements within the huge crowd that naturally came out in actually expressing their grief and sympathies, but within that there are fringe elements who went very violent, and I think ultimately the government and the law apparatus took the situation under control. But I would say rather government would do a better job had it be there a preemptive, precautionary enough measures. We could definitely avoid such developments, and it was really a bad example. We set as a nation that how two of the top daily newspapers of this country and highly regarded were attacked and arson attacked, and also some of the places of cultural institutions and their officials. So this vandalism, the state should not tolerate it. People denounced it at home and also from abroad. Denouncement is everywhere, but government has to actually take the law and order situation under complete grip.
Do you think this type of attacks on the press and media ahead of the national and general election, it will in any way impact on the freedom of expression or the fair election in the coming days?
Definitely, because you see that our election is just around the corner. It's on the 12th of February, which is, we are talking about less than 2 months actually from now. So during this time, if such attacks are meant to actually inflict fear among the free press advocates, that to some extent the attackers thought that they have been successful. But I think it's the united power of the people who have the full support behind the free media, that has to be matched by the government's firm resolve. Actually, government has to come up with full of its efforts to identify the culprits and arrest them and make sure that they are punished. So that way you can give some actually relief to the media practitioners, that they can be free to exercise and free to practice do their job during the election and pre-election period.
And my final question is, what is the recommendation there to establish a stability in the country after a long unrest because of the political uncertainty?
Yeah, I think one of the good thing about this government I have seen over the past few months, that whenever there is a crisis situation comes, they usually meet with the different political stakeholders, and I think on this particular point, all the major political parties, the youth groups, everybody is denouncing the violence in the name of expressing grief, in the name of hooliganism, these sort of things. So nobody actually want to continue in this country before the election. So government can actually rally behind all these forces and put its weight behind them, so that the united force of the people, through the political stakeholders, through the civil society, through free press, and through the government and government's agencies, all can thwart any more disturbances like this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.